Restaurants are getting more and more expensive, and people are just sick and tired of it.
I hate that we're living in a time period when restaurant food is simultaneously absurdly expensive and also aggressively mediocre. Like, when did this happen? I used to love eating out. It used to be one of my favorite activities of all time. Now I genuinely, without irony, think to myself that whatever I make at home tastes better than something else I order out.
Fast food used to be extremely cheap, but now we can't even afford that anymore. Taking your family out to eat has almost become a luxury.
Do you remember when eating fast food was like cheap? Well, as a family of 5, there's honestly nothing cheap anymore. But Portillo's, if you guys know Portillo's, it's like cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, chicken tenders, Italian beef, hot dogs. So fast food style food. It's not like a nice sit down restaurant. For a family of 5, for each of us to get a meal, $100. So $100 to go eat fast food. Is that not insane? What restaurants did you guys used to love that, was affordable, but now it's definitely not affordable? Like, I can't finish a lacrosse game and just be like, oh, let's go to Portillo's for dinner, because I don't want to spend $100 on a random weeknight on food.
And it's not even about food prices only. The services the restaurants offer is just low tier. It's poor. They offer poor service and poor food.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This might be the whole reason right here. It's like restaurants went and raised their prices and forgot how to cook at the same time. Like, who's actually thriving here? I know the customers aren't, and I can't imagine the staff are either.
Since restaurant prices are too high, you might think to yourself, well, we should just go to the supermarket and cook for ourselves. But guess what? The supermarket prices are high too. Inflation is high due to the war, unemployment. It's crazy. Cooking for yourself might not solve the problem.
One conspiracy I have that I would love for somebody to prove me wrong is that I really believe that going to the grocery store has become just as expensive as eating out every single night. Because that used to be the message. Oh, you gotta save money, you gotta go to the grocery store. Have you been to the grocery store? As soon as you walk in there, you've spent $87. There is no savings to be had. And I really feel like they've designed it this way. They've intentionally designed it so that there's no cheap option. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, that sounds conspiratorial, Mike. Well, who's they? Who's they? I don't know. Whatever faceless demons run this society, I have no clue who is they. But what I do know is that it's pretty much the same when you think about it. If you can spend $40 in a night getting a meal for you and your whatever, your family or your loved one, that's basically the same as going to the store. Getting just the ingredients alone are going to be $40, and then all the groceries, you're walking out of there spending $100 for basically nothing, versus just putting a little thing into your little thing and you order something. And I know what people are going to say, oh, you got to be disciplined, you got a meal plan. Yes, but at the same time, if you apply that same discipline to like finding discounts online on your little apps, you can find deals the same way that you can find deals in the grocery store. And then you factor in that if you go to the grocery store, you then also have to put in all the effort of actually making the food. And who the hell wants to do that? Probably a lot of people, but not me. I'd rather just pay a little person to just show up on their little bike and give me the food. And I know that this is probably what the tech oligarchs want, but what are you going to do?
There is also a lot of time wasting in restaurants. You have to book or you go there and queue. Then, on top of that, you have to pay more money. It's just not worth it.
Am I the only one who thinks going to a sit-down restaurant isn't even worth it anymore? For 2 people with tip and tax, you're spending a bare minimum of $50. If you get appetizers and drinks, that could easily be $80 to $100. Now, we go out for food like once or twice a week, and unless it's a celebration or we're going out with friends or family, we're just getting takeout. It's Chipotle, it's Bibimbap, it's Kava, right? That's it. It just makes no sense to spend $50 on a mid-tier sit-down meal when we can spend $17 and eat at home.
Can you believe it? Some of these restaurants even charge you a parking fee. I could not believe my eyes, and I could not believe my ears, but it's true. A freaking parking fee, a restroom fee, I kid you not, and an insurance fee for the utensils. I've never seen this before.
So this is my second and last time here. Do not eat at the Krusty Krab. I got charged fees for silverware, insurance, a restroom access pass, and a parking fee. At a restaurant, I got charged a parking fee.
Some restaurant owners are pushing back. They are saying that, well, prices are just too expensive. Labor cost, input cost. Before they make their profit, most of the money is already gone, and they have to make a lot of money just to break even.
You want to know why your sandwich costs so much at the local restaurant? My friend Dan sent me a text the other day. He was at one of my restaurants. He said, "Brian, I just ordered a BLT at $16. You realize it's just bread, bacon, lettuce, and tomato." I said, "Yeah, Dan, but let me give you some restaurant perspective. In today's economy, my rent is $20,000 a month. My utilities are $6,000 a month, and my labor is currently running about $60,000 a month. That's at 28%. So I'm in for $86,000 a month before I sell a single sandwich. At a 32% food cost, I have about $11 profit in that sandwich. That means I have to sell 93,800 sandwiches a year, or 257 a day, just to break even and make no money. 1.5 million in revenue, and I don't make a dime. That's why your sandwich costs so much. That's a reflection on our economy."
If you are inviting your friends to a restaurant, don't pick an expensive one. Because guess what? People are too broke these days. Don't invite me to a restaurant that I can't afford.
I think it's unfair when someone chooses a really expensive restaurant for a birthday dinner, and it's causing this disagreement with a friend right now, where for his birthday he chose a restaurant and the cheapest entree is $41, and so I didn't go, and now he's mad at me. The reason I decided not to go is because the plan was dinner and then going out, and the place he chose to go out already had a $35 ticket, and I am a little bit broke as it is, so I was like, okay, I'll skip the dinner and then just go out. I thought that was a good compromise because I would still be seeing him on his birthday, and the dinner just wasn't appealing to me. Like, the item I would actually get on the menu was $47, because the $41 item was a burger, just like the burger and the patty, and it was like, I had fries for $11, and you know at a fine dining restaurant, a burger is just gonna be like 3 bites, and I also don't eat red meat. But when I met them out after the dinner, it was clear that the vibe was a little bit off, and a mutual friend was like, yeah, he was talking shit, like kind of mad that you didn't go. And I was like, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I'm not really looking to spend the equivalent of a week of grocery money on a single night out. Like, I think I made a fair compromise, so I don't know what to tell you. And it's not like I ditched him. There were other people at his dinner, but I'm pretty sure none of them actually wanted to go to this restaurant, because who wants to spend a lot of money on shitty food with small portions? I guess I was just the only one to speak up and be like, yeah, that doesn't really work for me, but I'll meet you out after. It's just like, read the room. Like, yeah, it's your birthday, but you should know, like, if your friends are going to be happy at where you choose. So yeah, I stand by my decision. I don't think your birthday is about like doing the biggest, fanciest thing. It's about like having fun with your friends and doing something you like.
Well, a lot of people in the comments of this video are actually saying that it's kind of normal to spend about $600 with a lot of your friends. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Does the stars make it more expensive?
We went to a 5-star restaurant. Sis didn't expect it to be that expensive. 100 grams of meat was $30. 1 glass of water was $6. She brought the signature meat menu. We got some first class, fresh prepared bread. Total $614.
And the worst part about this is some people can afford the expensive restaurant prices. So we end up looking broke because some people are just rich. They don't care. They're making a lot of money when we are just getting average wage or minimum wage.
I just watched a video of a guy reviewing a sandwich shop, and he said, and I quote, "The prices here are pretty reasonable. There's not a sandwich on the menu that costs more than $22. And I want to say to you, sir, you are the reason these companies are comfortable taking us out back to Old Yeller Us with these prices, because where is $22 reasonable for a sandwich?" Let me calm down. If you go into an establishment and they try to charge you $22 for some accoutrement between 2 pieces of bread, what I want you to do is jump that counter, make that sandwich yourself, and leave. And it's legal because whoever paid $22 for that sandwich before you paid for 4 more of them sandwiches to be made at least. It is not a sandwich in the world worth more than $12.99.
You might think to yourself, fast food restaurants are cheap, right? Well, they used to be cheap, but not anymore. Chinese restaurants used to be very, very cheap, but not anymore too. You could spend $50 at a Chinese restaurant these days.
So does anybody else feel like eating out isn't worth it anymore? I literally just went to Chick-fil-A and spent $50 on food for 3 people. And then about a month ago, I had a buddy of mine who was in California visiting, and we went out to dinner at a Chinese restaurant, and we spent $85, $90, including tip. And here's the crazy thing. We only ordered 3 plates of food and 2 bowls of rice. That's it. And it cost $85. I rarely eat out, number one, because it's expensive. And then number two, and more importantly, it's very unhealthy. But I cannot believe how expensive it is to eat at a restaurant these days. Even when I was growing up, and I'm 32 by the way, you could go to McDonald's and get a large Big Mac meal for $8. Nowadays, even if you go to a fast food restaurant, I swear everything costs per person at least $12, $13, if not more. I always look at the inflation numbers that the Federal Reserve releases every month, and they keep saying inflation is down. But I keep looking at my food bill, and it keeps going up. And it's not even eating outside at restaurants too. My grocery bill is up significantly. I am spending over $2,000 on groceries every month. Comment below and let me know if you guys are experiencing the same things, because I am absolutely flabbergasted I spent this much money at a fast food restaurant today.